Hey everybody, I am here to show you what sold recently for me on eBay. I'm going to try to get through as much of this video as I can without any editing or anything like that, because recently my time has become so precious to me because I've got a lot going on. So about a month or so we put our house on the market, and it was kind of a whirlwind because we decided we were going to downsize maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but we were going to wait a while. And then we found some houses that we liked, and the market here has just gone crazy. So we thought, you know what, let's put our house on the market and we can get the most we can out of it, even though of course we're going to have to pay a premium for what we buy. But we just thought, you know, if we end up not buying for a while and living in an RV or something like that, that would be great too. So anyway, enough of that. I am going to do a what sold video and hopefully get through some things fairly quickly. It's been a little bit slow for me. I think a lot of people have been slow, not just myself. And my reasoning is, it's nothing that I have done personally. I'm still, even with all the craziness going on in my world, I'm still listing things practically every day. I've never been an everyday lister. I have a 8 to 5 job. I work 4 days a week, and I do like to have some fun on the weekends too. You know, I don't spend my entire life sourcing and listing. But here's the deal. A lot of places are opening up now. They're loosening their COVID restrictions. And I think a lot of people are taking advantage of that. And also, of course, the weather's really nice and people aren't wanting to sit in front of their computers and shop online. It's just temporary. eBay, you know, and other online platforms, if you've been around the reselling world for a while, you know they have their ups and downs, and it'll all come back. It hasn't been terrible. I think I've sold in the past week more than I've sold volume-wise in a week that I have in a long time. But let's just kind of get right into things right now. So I'm kind of in my little shipping area. The first thing I sold, and I'm going to pop it up here on the screen, are these German beer glasses. I got these at a yard sale last year. I think I only paid $1 or $2 for the entire set. And I thought they were really interesting because they had cartoons on them. All the cartoons were in German, but they looked, they're pretty self-explanatory. If you did not know German, you could probably figure out what the glass said. A couple of things I kind of Googled a little bit and figured it out. They're all beer related. For instance, one glass, it says beer, it's the best medicine. And it had a guy in a hospital bed, and there was a nurse bringing him a plate with a glass of beer on it. And then there was another one where the guy was hunting and he was leaning up against a tree with his gun prop next to him. He was enjoying a nice cold beer, and there was a deer standing behind them laughing at him and mocking him. And you know, they had cartoons on it like that. Anyway, I paid $1 or $2 for them last year at a yard sale, and I had them listed for $22 or best offer. I was hoping to get around $20 for it. And I got a best offer last night for $20.10, which is kind of a weird amount, but okay. I took that offer, and buyer pays shipping, priority shipping of $8. On my end, it'll be, I'm paying $8.10 for the priority shipping on that, with the discounted eBay fees. And then of course it just, I'm not sure exactly what he paid in shipping, but I did really well with it. I like to package my glassware special to me. So I put everything in one box. As you see here, it's in a box. Inside of that box, the glassware is individually wrapped. They're bubble wrapped. They're packaged really well, bound in this box really well. And then I put a box inside of a box. And as you see around it, it's got the little air bladders around it. That's generally how I like to ship my fragile items. The second item I'm shipping this evening is a pair of Lacrosse rubber boots. There's a label on them, and they have the snaps on them. They, gosh, they look brand new. I had these cross-posted on Facebook Marketplace. I had them listed for $50. I paid, I believe, $5 for them at a St. Vincent de Paul up in Spokane. It's been a few months since I've had these. I mean, honestly, they look brand new. The person sent me a message and asked me if they were used or new. I told them they were used because, I mean, I don't know if they were new or what, but we did some haggling back and forth. As I said, I had them listed for $50 plus buyer pays $20 in shipping. That was on Marketplace because their shipping goes up in different increments. And we went back and forth, and he finally said, hey, how about $50 and you pay shipping? So I went with that because I also had it showing that I was going to print my own shipping label, and most likely it'll cost me less than that $20 to ship. So I'm going to go with that. Anyway, I'm going to get these two items listed, and then we'll sit down and take a look at what else I had sold recently. All right, so I got those things shipped out, or actually put into my car anyway for tomorrow. Generally what I do is I collect all the sales throughout the day. In this case there was only two, but I wait till the end of the day. After dinner I come down to my office and I ship everything, and most of my items are usually already in a box or bag and ready to go. So all I have to do is go and pull that item, weigh it, and make sure that I have the right weight on there before I ship it out, because I don't want to have any surprise charges or anything sent back to me. So I double check the weight, and then I just tape it up if it's not taped up already, and then put a label on it. Pretty easy. Put it in my car. My job is actually right next door to the post office, so that makes it really easy for me. When I go to lunch during the day, I usually stop by the post office either right before I head home for lunch, or right on my way back from my lunch break to my job. Currently at this house, this is going to be something that we miss a lot. We work only a couple of blocks from the offices that we work in. My husband and I have the same employer. We work in different buildings, but the same employer, and that is only about 2 or 3 blocks from our home. So it takes us maybe 5 minutes or less by car, a little more during the school year because there's a school in between here and there, and we have to stop for the crosswalks. Sometimes we can walk to work, and that's a 10-minute walk. And gosh, we haven't walked in a long time though, because I usually have an armload of boxes and we just don't want to do that. So first of all, I have sold more LuLaRoe in the last month than I have in a while. It's been on fire for me. And in a previous video I mentioned where last summer, at the end of the summer, I bought somebody's stock, about 500 pieces of clothing, all new with tags, new without tags. Maybe a couple pieces in there were not new, but I average about $1.18 a piece on those items, and I am still knocking it out of the park with LuLaRoe. I average between $15 and $20 a piece on most of the items. There's been a few items that I sold for $10. I did have a big sale here at my house. I had a yard sale and I had leggings. The leggings don't seem to move as well for me as everything else. The dresses have been a big hit, but the leggings not so much. So I had them in my yard sale for $5 a piece. And actually my best friend came and picked up most of them because she likes to cut the legs off of them and wear them as shorts at night around the house. So anyway, I have sold a lot of LuLaRoe. I can't say that, but I'm not going to go into all of that. So I will throw a few things up on the screen as of what sold. Yesterday, well, let me start over from that. Last month, I went up north about 40 miles from here, and I went to a thrift store that's kind of hit and miss for me. I have found some really great items there, and I have walked out there many times empty-handed. But this time I was looking around and I spotted this box that I really didn't know what was in it. I couldn't tell what it was by the picture. Anyway, it's called this Medi-Rub Body Massager 2000 Plus, up there on the screen. It is just what it says. It's a body massager. It's very heavy. The weight on that was like 6 pounds or something like that to ship. You have to hold it by both hands, and then somebody lays down and you actually you massage somebody. I think it's probably more of a professional type tool because I know in my house, I don't think my husband would be wanting to sit there and rub that thing up and down my back all night long. He would look at me like I'm crazy. Anyway, I paid $5 for this item. I looked at the comps while I was in the store and they had really good sales on them. They sold fairly quick. They sold anywhere between $50 and $80. I didn't want mine to stay very long because I knew that we'd be moving and I said something less that I didn't want to move. So I posted it at the bottom for $50 and I sold it probably in about 3 weeks and I got full asking price plus buyer paid shipping on that as well. So I was pretty happy with that one. Let me scroll past all this LuLaRoe and see what else. Fig and Flower. I don't know if a lot of you have much luck with Fig and Flower. Here's the second one that I have sold. It's an Anthropology brand and it's kind of neat. They're kind of a boho kind of look. The two that I have found all have that same. They're a very thin pattern and they're flowy and have a lot of stuff going on, lots of pattern and color. Anyway, the first Fig and Flower that I had, I sold fairly quick. I paid $2 for it and I think I ended up getting like $30 for it. So I picked this other one up and I paid about $2 or $3 for this one as well, and I had it listed about $30. I recently lowered the price on it a couple dollars, and then I had a watcher and I kind of thought maybe that would stir something up and they would buy it, but it didn't. But yesterday I sent out a best offer on it and it was about $10 less and they took it. So I got $20 from the buyer on that one, and then they paid their own shipping, was like $3 or something like that. So this next item is this leather women's, it's a fringe biker jacket. It was a freebie. It was given to me by my friend Katie, and she gave it to me when we first got our motorcycle last year. It was hers and she gave it to me. It fit perfectly, but the fringes on there just drove me nuts. I said, I don't think I could ride around on a bike and have the fringes flapping in the breeze like that. And she told me, just go ahead and list it and sell it. I know, whatever, I don't have use for it. So I did. And I've had that thing forever. Well, it's not forever. It's only been a year, but to me that seemed like forever. I had it listed for like $82, and I've done a lot with it. Got a best offer of $50 on it. I went ahead and took it because it's been hanging around here for a long time. I have no use for it, and I got it for free. So there we go on that one. Coffee mugs. I kind of like coffee mugs. They're small, they're easy to ship, and even though they don't bring in a lot of money for the most part, I like selling them. This one, Sarajevo 1984 Winter Games. I picked this one up for $1/4 at a yard sale, and I knew I'd win with that. One, it was only $1/4, and two, it was old. So win-win for me. I didn't even look at the price and what it was worth. I just went ahead and paid the lady and took it home with me, and I got $20 out of it. It went through the global shipping program, but I'm not sure where it's going because the buyer looks like he's in California, but it went through global shipping. So here's another item. It was kind of a personal item. It was an Alto professional channel audio mixer. My sons got that for me when I told them I was doing YouTube videos. I have a son that likes to do podcasts, and he said, oh, here, you need to have a mixer. I don't really need a mixer for what I do, but what I really need is some new lighting for my photo area and my videos that I do. So I told him that I was going to sell this on eBay. I thank you so much for thinking about me and my business, but I'm going to sell it and get some lighting if that was okay with them. And they were like, fine, that's fine with me. So anyway, I had it listed for $85. That seems to be the going price on those. And I haven't even had it listed for maybe 3 months, but I got a best offer of 65. It was actually through Facebook Marketplace, and the person had a hard time for some reason getting the payment to work on Marketplace. So I told them, hey, it's on eBay, shoot me a best offer and I'll send it out to you. So that's what we did that way. I know you pay about 5% more in selling fees on eBay, but I'm just happy to get it going since I've got a lot of stuff in my inventory that I'm going to have to move anyway. So, and I think the lights that I was looking at were around $65 to $70. So good for me. I'm happy on that one. As you guys know too, if you are regular subscribers to my channel, I really like cookware to sell. And so the next item is this Revereware 6-quart copper bottom stock pot. I bought that at, where did I get this one? I think it was an estate sale actually. I paid up for it. It was $10. I didn't get a chance to look at the price. It was one of those times where the estate sale was elbow to elbow people and I didn't really have time, but it was Revereware and it was a unique piece. It wasn't just a regular old skillet or something like that. It was a big this big crock pot, or this is kind of kitchenware to me. Tito's vodka. It was a copper Moscow Mule cup, and it was another quick flip for me. I knew it would be a quick one. I paid 50 cents or something like that. It was in a yard sale, and I got $10 out of it. Usually I don't like to sell things that only go for like $10, but with the way eBay has been this past month for me, I will take $10 over nothing. So I went ahead and I picked it up knowing that it would be a quick sell. All right, so Madewell. Let's talk about Madewell, shall we? I don't have the best luck with Madewell, and I see a lot of people that I follow on Instagram and other YouTube people that I follow, and they post Madewell and they just buy it up like crazy and they just love to sell it. I don't really do that well with it. This Madewell denim top up here on the screen I've had for quite some time, and I had it listed for about $40. It was a best offer of $39. I think I paid $5 for it because it was Madewell. And I just thought, you know, I have a sweater that I've had in my inventory. I can't tell you how long it's been. It's a really nice Madewell sweater, and I had it listed in the wintertime when you think it would sell, or maybe in the springtime because it's kind of a loose knit. I still have it. I don't know what it's listed for, but anyway, I still have that. Fix scrubs. I found my first Fix piece a couple weeks ago, and it sold the same day. Let me see, I paid $3.99 for it at a thrift store that's known to be very high, and they know all their brands, but apparently the figs were under the radar. I have the pants. I couldn't find the top that goes with it at the store. I went ahead and grabbed the pants. I listed them for $29, and I sold them, like I said, the same day. Really happy on that one. Okay. Antique Victorian Celluloid Photo Picture Album. Okay, so I sold this. I've had it in my inventory since maybe early spring. I went to a yard sale and I seen this beautiful setup. It had that Victorian photo album on it, and then there was a lap desk underneath that it's probably 1700s or something like that. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And I just looked at it because it was neat, and I thought, well, I'm sure she wants a lot for it. She only wanted $1 for the pair, and I asked her, I said, these are $1? And she's like, yeah, $1 for the pair. And the way she had it displayed, she had them like she was really proud of them, so that's why it was kind of a head scratcher for me. Okay, so 50 cents per item. I had this book. I had this photo frame listed for quite a bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my phone really quick because I don't really remember what I had that thing listed for. Okay. Did I not spell that right? No, I did. Oh, how about this? We'll go with sold comps, not my active price. So let's see here. It's not telling me on here what I originally had it listed at. That's really odd. I know I took a best offer on it. So anyway, one less thing, as I said earlier, to move out of here and for me to haul out. I've been taking a lot of best offers lately. So if you want to check out what I have, follow me on Instagram, Hell's Canyon Hustle. You'll find my link to my eBay store there. If you see something you like, shoot me an offer. I might take it. Mainly on the bulky items, things that I don't have to move as much. Clothing is easy for me. They're all in tubs. But hey, take a look. And while you're at it, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, do that as well. I would love to have more subscribers and followers. So if you like content like that, give me a thumbs up and let me know. All right. All right, so here's a third personal item here. This genuine Indian motorcycle snapback hat. My husband got it for free. It was a promo when he went to the dealership. They were handing them out. It was a wide billed hat and he does not like those, so he gave it to me. I listed it for $25 and it sold the next day for full asking price. Brand new Indian motorcycle snapback hat. So I was pretty happy with that. And do you remember the Sarah Sparkle jeans from the 80s? Here's a pair here that I sold for $20, and I got this in a lot of clothing that I picked up for about $10. This was a pretty profitable thing. I think I posted a while back that I went and I dug through a bunch of stuff in somebody's yard, and it was like, fill a bag, take whatever you want, $5, $10, whatever. So this was one of those items that was in the bag. The hem was a little bit frayed at the bottom. I showed that in the pictures. There was a little bit of fadedness on them. But they were your classic high-waisted jeans from the 80s with the sparkles in them. Somebody paid me $20 for them, and I was very happy to see those go. As with everything, I try not to get attached to things. I get a little attached to my Pyrex dishes, though I have to tell you that. I bring them home all the time. I brought some home last week and my husband muttered the F word as I carried them in. He's like, great, more dishes. But I purchased a whole set last week at a yard sale for $2, and I told him I was going to list them right away. Don't worry, honey, they are going to go. I've had them listed for a week, and I have a $100 price tag on them, and I don't know if I would be wanting to take a lot of best offers on those, because like I said, the Pyrex is kind of near and dear to my heart. I love Pyrex. We'll see what happens. J. Crew, that's another brand that I don't do very well with. J. Crew down vest. I had this vest for probably a year, and I let it go for $7. I didn't make much. I think I only ended up making about $2 or $3 off the whole thing, but it's out of my closet. I don't know. J. Crew doesn't do very well for me. This one wasn't one of the higher end J. Crew items. It was the, you know, the one with the two little diamonds on the tag. Those are kind of the low end J. Crew, I guess, if you want to say. Yeah, but it was a nice vest. I just thought maybe it would sell a lot quicker than that. I mean, it went through fall, winter, spring, and so finally it just recently sold. All right, I'm going to just go through a couple more things here. I'm going back. I'm through early May. Oh, here's a set of 1955 English in Action books. I need to check on that while I've got the computer up. So I want to see how the shipping is on those. I sent these out on May 3rd, and see, I had them listed since November 29th. They finally went out. I took a best offer on them, $25, which is a good price. I think I paid about 50 cents for the set. And I got a notification the other day that the buyer had still not received this item. So let me see my order details here. So let's see if it finally got to their address. It wasn't going far, and last time that I looked, it was maybe a state away, so I'm not sure. Show shipping details. I like how easy it is. It's still in transit. Pull the tracking history up on here. It's stuck in Memphis. I don't know what happened with that. If they're stuck in Memphis, she asked for, I think, requested possibly a refund, and I can't really give them a refund if I know it's still on the way. I know that USPS sometimes gets a little slow, especially with media mail, and I kind of told her, here's the tracking on this, let's watch it, let's not do a refund right away on this. And so I think they were fine with that. They didn't complain too much about that. So I'm still keeping an eye on it. If you're watching, I don't even know who you are, but if you're watching my video, I have not forgotten. Oh, here it is. No, I haven't sold that in. Oh my gosh. So I bought a Spider Pilot paintball marker at a yard sale early in the season for $20. I have it listed for $130. I've had offers, I've had people click and buy, and then they've canceled, and I've relisted it and redid it. I think I recently lowered the price on that. Let me just double check on that. So anyway, I had it at $130, and I've had offers, like I said, on it, and I finally, after this last person just never paid me, totally ghosted me on it, I relisted it for $100, and it's still sitting. It's in wonderful condition, so if you know anybody out there who wants a paintball gun, honestly, it wasn't fire tested. I did put some batteries in it, or a battery in it. It takes a 9-volt. The lights all came on and everything. The guy that I bought it from said it's been sitting in his basement in a box for who knows long, years. And he said it worked the last time he put it away, and as nice and clean as it is, I tend to believe him on that. So, with anything, I guess if it doesn't work, you can return it, but that is it. So that's pretty much my May. Those are the highlights of May and what sold. And tomorrow is yard sale day. I'm going to go to a few before I have to work. I hate working on Fridays because around here our sales are Fridays and Saturdays. And so Fridays there's a lot of sales that I'm missing out on. I try to go to as many as I can before work. Last Saturday I went to 20 yard sales and I couldn't find a whole lot of things. I think I probably spent $40 and my return on that should be somewhere around $250. I like a bigger return than that. It's, I spent hours and hours looking for things that day, and I just think my time is a lot more valuable than $250. I think I'm going to call it a wraps for this one. I'll try to post some more what sold videos in the near future. I'm going to still bring my GoPro with me when I go to yard sales, just in case. Last Saturday I went to 20 yard sales and I couldn't find a whole lot of things. I think I probably spent $40 and my return on that should be somewhere around $250. I like a bigger return than that. It's, I spent hours and hours looking for things that day, and I just think my time is a lot more valuable than $250. But on the plus side, I did have fun. My friend Katie and I, we go together a lot. I keep thinking I'm going to do a yard sale video, but every time I make one, something happens. I screw the video up, or it's just not exciting. So I don't know. I haven't done one yet, but I think I'm going to call it a wraps for this one. I'll try to post some more what sold videos in the near future. I'm going to still bring my GoPro with me when I go to yard sales, just in case. Hopefully I don't screw up the video somehow, but I'll be back to post something more shortly. I'll be back to post other videos soon. I'm going to try to make it more frequently. I kind of got off track with this whole house being for sale thing. We are going to be moving in the next 2 to 3 weeks because we do have an accepted offer on our home. I don't have a home to buy yet, so we're going to rent a place for a while, and there's going to be some room for me just to move my office there, and I can still work from that unless something comes along and I'm able to close the same day. Who knows? Anyway, I want to thank you again for tuning in to my YouTube channel. And follow me on Instagram if you'd like, Hell's Canyon Hustle. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and I hope you tune in again. Until next time, bye-bye.